characters like Adele DeWitt, the lady who runs the joint, by the end of the season became pretty major characters, and as viewers, you start to care about them. Was that in the design of it, that we would actually start to care about those people, or is that just something you figured out along the way?
No, that was very much in the design of it. I only design ensemble shows because that is your meat and drink, and I am not. I keep thinking that I can do something that's like an episode of the week procedural type thing, and I'm here to tell you that I suck at it. That there are people who are really good at it. They know how to structure those stories and make them fresh and compelling, mysteries and things like that. And everything I do is so nakedly emotional that it's very hard for me to even put anything on top of that anymore. So I knew that the ensemble was going to be incredibly important. You don't hire Olivia Williams for exposition.
And what did you learn in season 1 that now you're carrying into season 2, where you probably shot half a dozen of them, maybe?
Yeah, we're about halfway through, almost. And we've written 2 of them too, so we're. So
what did you learn? What lessons did you learn in the first season that now you're carrying into the second season?
Well, mainly that Man on the Street, episode 6 of last season, was really where we got to sort of find our version of their paradigm, where we said, okay, this has what we're looking for, which is these other characters and all of the opinions and the weird sort of playing with structure and the engagements and all the things we wanted to do besides solving mysteries.
That's the one where people on the street talk about whether or not they would want to have the memories taken.
Right. Some people say, oh, that would be great to be an actor. Some people would that would be great to use one. Some people are like, that's incredibly disgusting. Like every opinion was out there, and it really was, sort of a way to make up for all the pussyfooting we've been doing for 5 episodes, sort of around that premise. And after that, they got stoned, which I read a lot about that. I lived with a Stone family for a month, so they're hungry people.
I just watched over the weekend episode 13, the episode that never aired. And watching it, it was really hard to believe that you thought you were ever going to make another one.
Well, it's not like we were certain we would. We basically said, we're going to do this.
It sort of ends on like a shot where like the main characters climb out of a window.
People seriously?
I hadn't seen it for a while. Alright, goodbye, TV show.
Yes, it has a farewell kind of feeling to it.
Farewell, there was nothing else to say about this.
BJ and Hawkeye take a really long time.
So you didn't think you were probably going to be renewed?
No, what we did was we said, well, let's cover our bets. We don't want a Firefly where it's just interrupt us, because we can't stand that. And we don't want. Sorry.
We got Serenity.
That's right. But I don't know that I have another 3 years trying to make a movie out of my TV show in me. But we also didn't want to close the book, and so and it came out of very practical considerations. It was literally because Fox Studios said we need 13 episodes. It's pre-sold to DVD in form of 13 episodes, and we threw out the pilot. So what do we do? Excuse me. And I said, I can't give you a clip show. I can't give you the pilot. It makes no sense. And this was still thinking that eventually would air. So young and stupid. I would basically just in the conversation said, there's nothing I can do with this old footage except I could use maybe part of it I could probably shoot. Well, now, if I say it now, then the spoiler people will be sad. But basically, I could shoot what we shot, for a very limited budget. It was like half of what we usually pay, and during the regular schedule. And I just sort of dreamt it up then because I knew it was basically a bottle show, and one that we could do fast. And from that became
A
my
bottle
decision.
show?
A bottle show means shoot it on existing sets. We run out of money. And, they're great. They're fun. Spin the Bottle from Angel was literally where they never leave, and that was partially because we needed it, and partially because I didn't want to do any more night shoots.
So let me ask another question, and that is, so all your shows have these really strong women in them, but why do they also all have some older dude who's supposed to oversee them and protect the tough girls? Like Echo has a dude, even River had a dude, Like why is there always, why do you need the dude?
Xander. The dude. El Duderino, if you're not into the whole thing. Honestly, I never thought about it that way, but there are two things that I love, and one of them is that character, obviously the girl, and the other is the person who recognizes the girl, who sees her and says, "You are more than you think you are." And that, to me, is always the most powerful character for that girl to interact with on an emotional level. Okay, it's my problem. I never had a dude. I never met my own dude. I was a dude.
So your dad's TV writer, and I know that you've said he was incredibly encouraging to you when you first started thinking about writing scripts. What does he say to you about your scripts?
This is great. And he's at this point, he just is a fan. When I got to show him Dr. Horrible, brought it down to his house, and when he saw all of those Whedons crawling past in the credits, he was just like, "I'm fine." He's just, since the day I started writing, been so supportive, and nothing but.
Did he ever comment on the fatherlessness of Buffy and the way the dad in that show was portrayed,
or the fact that Wesley shot his father 9 times in the show? The fact that I probably killed more fathers than Caligula. Doesn't come up. We're like wasps. You know what? My relationship with not just my father, but my older brothers was fairly rough when I was a kid. As grown-ups, my father and I sort of reached a rapprochement, and we did it over one dinner. Literally just, you know what? This has always bothered me. Well, this has always bothered me. Okay, good. Good talk. And since then, we've been, incredible friends.
I actually had the same experience with my dad. We totally had rapprochement over the course of one conversation, which blows my sister's mind. We had this long talk, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I guess I fucked that up when you were a kid." He just got really quiet. He said, "That must have been really bad for you. I was never around," and I was like, "Yeah." He says, "I'm real sorry." Great. And then it was done. And then it was done. And my sister was just like, I feel like I just cannot fathom what happened.
Yeah, it's usually, I was like, this is the shittiest TV movie I've ever seen. Much harder. And he also had, the thing I loved was that he really listened to what I had to say, and then he had rebuttals. He was like, it's always kind of bugged me that, your mom got all the credit for this, and including for, her going to work, and you being a feminist and all this stuff. And he spoke openly himself, so it wasn't just like a mea culpa. It was a real meeting of minds. So that was cool.